We always think about planes crashing, and he's halfway sucked out. He's gonna have some serious PTSD. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, Dunksters TV. Today I was doing a bit of scrolling. I found something absolutely terrifying. Man nearly sucked out of plane after damaging engine debris shatters cabin window. I couldn't think of anything worse. I've flown a little bit, visited various countries. We always think about planes crashing. I mean, no one wants to be in a plane while it crashes. It sounds like part of the engine has broken off. It's ended up smashing his window. Then he's halfway sucked out. This is video from a passenger in the plane itself. You can see all the oxygen masks have dropped down. You know, I mean, does anyone really watch those safety videos? It must have been really scary. This is just one random news article that I found on ABC News. So let's check it out now.
It's underway after a man was nearly sucked out of an airplane window. Ryanair says the flight was headed from Greece to Germany when a cabin window detached. Sources tell ABC News passengers had to hold on to the man's feet for about 5 minutes to keep him in the plane.
But that window that I'm looking at, I guess that's the pressure. Some of you guys are will definitely be more expert than me. Comment, is the pressure just that strong that it can literally suck you that far out of the plane? And they're saying that his wife and other passengers grabbed his legs.
Now investigators are trying to figure out what happened. Let's bring in foreign correspondent Tom Soufi-Burridge for more. Tom, this sounds like a scene out of a movie. What do we know so far?
Well, it is a crazy mid-air scare, I think, Diane, and that passenger is incredibly lucky to be alive. So we know that the plane took off early this morning from Thessaloniki in Greece. Shortly after takeoff, it then effectively, one of the windows of the plane was blown out. And yes, the man sitting in the passenger seat, a 61-year-old Serbian man, was effectively sucked out of the window.
Okay, so he's a 61-year-old Serbian man. Not making light of this, he's going to have some serious PTSD. I was in a little car accident here in New Zealand years ago, and I had a little bit of PTSD for a few months after that driving my car. I can't imagine the emotional trauma, let alone the physical trauma that he's going to have to deal with. Let's keep listening.
To a doctor who treated him for serious injuries to his upper body once he was safely on the ground after the plane had safely landed in hospital, and he was in hospital. Effectively, the wife of the passenger, the male passenger, was sitting next to him, and she was just holding onto his feet for about 5 minutes to stop him being completely sucked out of the aircraft. The plane safely landed shortly after. According to a Greek aviation official,
wife, eh? Good on the wife.
They think at this stage there was a massive rupture in the engine, and effectively part of the engine on the right-hand side of the plane flew out debris and basically smashed into the fuselage, damaged the fuselage and the window. But of course, air accident investigators will now be investigating. And of course, Boeing will be part of that investigation because this was a Boeing aircraft operated by Europe's largest budget airline, Ryanair.
You know how he said largest budget airline? Sounds a little bit budget when you got engines breaking. But hey, you know, I don't want to put blame on anyone. Let's keep going.
More on Ryanair's response?
Yeah, well, they've confirmed that the incident happened, Diane. They say that the plane, shortly after takeoff, experienced this incident where basically one of the windows was dislodged. And then we have all of this information from sources at the hospital, 2 sources at the hospital, confirming that that passenger was then sucked towards the window. Thankfully, he didn't go totally through the window. You know, his wife has to be credited for some brave action. And there are those videos
100%.
then showing the aftermath, and then also passengers on board with oxygen masks on their heads in a pretty calm situation, because shortly after that the plane did land safely. And it is similar to another incident back in...
Well, look, shout out to his wife. Hang on, let me just hear. There was a similar incident. Let me just hear that last bit.
2018 involving a Southwest Airlines.
That's very sad. So 2018. So it has happened before, where someone sadly lost their life. Obviously, there's been plane crashes, but getting sucked out of windows, that's terrifying. Tell me in the comments, guys and gals, have you ever been in a plane crashy type moment? Have you ever had a situation where you're in a plane and things like turbulence got really bad and you thought like this is it? Or have you been in an actual incident where the plane had to turn around and land? Tell me in the comments. Like and subscribe for the next video where we're going to continue to react to world events, pop culture, gaming, a whole bunch of things. And chuck a like in the comments. I just say chuck a like in the comments. Oh, hell. Yo, yo.
I can still be young.